Hi, everyone. Very glad to see you here in our startup pitch competition. And today we're going to have 7 projects. And each of you will have 3 minutes to introduce the projects. Then we will have a Q&A session. Our jury already received the voting documents so that you can make some notes or and vote on the way. First of all, I let our jury introduce themselves, and we're going to start with William. William, the stage is yours.
Oh, hi, my name is William Hui. So I'm from Credit East based in Hong Kong. So our fund focus on the fintech investment in the early stage companies around the world. So great to see you all.
Thank you so much. John, are you with us?
Yes.
Hello.
That's me, right? Oh, sorry.
John, yes, you're welcome.
It's my turn, right?
Yes, sure.
Okay, my name is John Shin, founder and managing director at Market Mozza, M-O-Z-Z-A. Mozza is short for mozzarella. I am trying to raise funding, pre-seed funding, for a startup based in Seoul, Korea. That would be the next stage development of companies such as Meituan Dianping in China, Market Curly in Korea, Deliveroo in Europe and Singapore. So in other words, I want to combine a smaller warehouse and a retail store into one single location per targeted neighborhood, so that we can speed up the speed of the delivery service for core customers in that particular neighborhood, and build out from there to 50+ locations in Korea first, and then later to 1,400 locations in the United States, which is my home country. That's it for now. Thanks.
Sorry, John. You said, okay. I'm sorry, there is a confusion. I meant another John, but thank you for your introduction. I know that you are going to have the presentation later. There is another participant with the same name, and that is why the confusion is there.
All right.
I let the jury introduce themselves first. I see Lydia among us. Lydia, please go ahead.
Hello for everyone. My name is Lydia. Nice to meet you. Have a good day, I hope. I'm working with startups about a few years. I'm on board of Business Angel Network in St. Petersburg in Russia. Also, I'm mentoring some startups at business incubators. Also, I'm an event expert, about 10 years in event marketing. So I wish you luck today, and hope everything will be great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lydia. The next participant is Preeti. Hello.
Hello and namaste from India. My name is Preeti Chaudhary, and I'm the founder of LinkedIn Local India, and also head of investments, partnerships, and alliances for InfoCrest LLP. Our check size is 25K to 150K USD, sector agnostic, currently focused in India, but looking at other partnerships, alliances, and opportunities worldwide. Thank you, Lisa, for having me over. All the best to everybody participating. Hello, Ruchi. Nice to see you here. And let's have a good day. Get cracking. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ruchi, please, the stage is yours.
Thanks, Lisa. Hi, I'm Dr. Ruchi Dana. I'm a medical doctor and a Stanford MBA. I'm logged in here from Dubai. We have our own family office here through which we make investments mainly in the healthcare sector. So we are early stage investors in healthcare sector. Our check sizes are around $500,000 to $1 million. And we also do some pre-IPO deals in which the check sizes are a little bit bigger. And in terms of geographies, we try to focus on startups worldwide, and mainly we look at a lot of startups in the US. And I'm really excited to be here. All the best to the startups. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you so much. And the last participant is Kevin. Kevin, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, Kevin Brisbois. I'm based out of Hong Kong. I'm the Director of Corporate Partnerships for Brink. We're an early stage investor. We've invested in over 30 countries around the world. We have over 130 startups in our portfolio as of today. And we focus on game-changing entrepreneurs that are focused on how we feel, how we eat, how we move, and how we live. So really excited to hear about all the different companies today, and best of luck to everyone.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much. And we have actually Max as well. Max, the stage is yours.
All right, thank you.
Hi, everyone. Nice to see you.
We have
Max from Hong Kong here. Oh.
Yeah, we have two.
Two Maxes.
Yeah, today's a little bit confusion with the names. Please, Max Song, let's start with your introduction.
Okay, great. And hi, everyone. This is Max calling in from Hong Kong. Very honored to be here. I have been an entrepreneur myself. I started a startup accelerator when I was in university. I've worked in Hong Kong family offices for the last 2.5 years, focusing on emerging technologies and formerly also in healthcare investments. I have a data scientist background, and I'm personally very interested in the questions around how to use technology to drive sustainability for our planet. Good luck to all the presenters.
Thank you, Max. And Max Ter, please. The stage is yours.
All right. After I see the handsome young Max Song, I feel really old now. And I am old.
Don't be humble.
I'm Max Tay from Netrove, and we've been around about 21 years. We are a group of financial services company. We have venture capital, which primarily focuses on tech companies, early stage tech companies in Asia. We have corporate finance and corporate advisory, which helps companies when they grow up bigger to go do M&A and go IPO, do more fundraise if they need to. And last piece in our services is equity crowdfunding. So many fintech young companies like to use fintech, use equity crowdfunding. So we do have a licensed equity crowdfunding platform which helps companies to raise funds. So these three pieces form the bulk of Netrove's work in Asia. I'm very excited to be here to listen to the propositions that's in front of us, and good luck.
Thank you so much. So our jury already received the link with the voting document. If you haven't received, please send me the private message and I will send you the link. And we're going to start. As I said, we are going to have, actually we have 8 speeches today. And the first one is Mozza. Please, John, you're welcome to share the screen.
Yes, I am starting out with this. Can everyone see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. I'll try to contain myself within 3 minutes, so I'll go fast. Please keep up. So the name of the venture is Mozza from mozzarella. So I want to introduce fresh-made, authentic Italian mozzarella cheese as it is available only in the south of Italy. Now, in one-page summary, the name is Market Mozza. We are a food as culture retailer plus restaurant plus takeout And most importantly, we are a new delivery app with our own warehouse on the same site as a retail store, which means we can do 30-minute deliveries. Let me move on. So why Korea? 4 things. There's a mismatch between quality demanded of the food and the supplied, the food supply in Korea. Consumers demand new, novel choices, better ingredients, just higher value food, but the existing vendors are failing to meet this growing demand shift. And secondly, timing. Corona-19 is accelerating trends for upmarket shift in food choices, delivery choices. But at the same time, they're demanding something new, but not unfamiliar. So something new, but at the same time, that's familiar. Well, this is very difficult to achieve. And then thirdly, Korea is unique in that, vendors or entrepreneurs such as myself in the food sector, we can really shoot for very high margins because I can do sourcing. My own most recent background is as an international food sourcing trader, importing and exporting of high value food, mainly from Europe to Korea and Japan. So sourcing par cooked or par baked ingredients directly from Europe, and then I can build a business with very high margin in Korea. And then finally, scaling up advantage. I can go from 0 to 50 stores in 7 years with average $4 to $5 million revenue per store. That's about $250 million annual revenue. Let me move on. So one source and omni-channel. So I want to do fast fine dining as opposed to fast casual dining. I want to upgrade it to fast fine dining plus takeout plus 30-minute delivery, which is possible only when the warehouse is combined with a retail store in the same location. Now, China's Meituan, Dianping, Korea's Wow Brothers, Market Curly, Deliveroo in Europe and Singapore, and the like, they cannot currently do 30-minute delivery because their warehouses are concentrated in a few outlying locations. So this disparity between the far off location and the customer base in city center creates a dynamic in which the vendors or the delivery companies cannot generate profits because they have to have huge economies of scale before they can turn a profit. But with my business model, because the warehouse is located in the same neighborhood as the retail store, we can do 30-minute delivery and we can turn a profit from year one. Secondly, monopoly. 90% of our products or menus will be monopoly items. And thirdly, as a result of that, we are shooting for 21% pre-tax profit. And then we will also mobilize small innovations. Combined together, these innovations such as mobile app, our own mobile app, not relying on external delivery services. We can do 30-minute delivery. We can also do a prepaid card, kiosk order, serving robots. We have a host of these innovations. Our target customers are very narrow, very focused. 20s, 30s women who do Instagram a lot. Super moms who are very demanding and seeking clean ingredients. Affluent smart silvers. And as a result of that, we will have multiple revenue streams. Mozza team. I am John Shin. I'm the founder. I have a background in technology, most recently as country manager for Pearson, the UK education company, and before that with Samsung Electronics. And then my chief operating officer, Mr. Song, was the Pizza Hut Korea master franchisee in the 1980s and 1990s. He was the founder. He sold his business to Pizza Hut, the US headquarters, for about $200 million in 1994. So he brings intense experience of managing 900 plus stores of Pizza Hut. And then I have 2 managers who are hands-on experts in their domains. So our monopoly items are par-baked pizza. This is like 60% finished pizza from Roberta's. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Roberta's is the only Michelin-starred pizza restaurant based in Brooklyn. So I have an exclusive agreement with them to bring par-baked frozen pizza to Korea. And our number 2 monopoly item is, the Italians call this cagliata, which means half-finished cheese. So they turn buffalo, not cow, but buffalo milk into half cheese, and I bring it over to Korea as frozen. And then we make the cheese actually in the store. This is so far unavailable anywhere else outside of the south of Italy. So we want to go from 0 to 50 stores around the Seoul metropolitan area. Korea has the fortunate advantage of very highly concentrated neighborhoods. So our location decisions have to satisfy all 3 of these conditions. Has to be a very high income residential neighborhood, has to have a commercial district in the background, and also has to have an office block. All 3 at the same time. Now, in terms of the initial investment I'm seeking, about 1.2 million US dollars. On the left side are fixed costs, on the right side are variable costs. Our monthly average expected revenue is about 350,000 US dollars per store. And our competition in the middle is Mozza, and Mozza has elements of all of these other retail or food and beverage brands. So we have a little bit of what Coupang, Uber Eats, and Uwa Brothers. Uwa Brothers is the number 1 delivery company in Korea. They're valued at 4.5 billion US dollars. Coupang is like Amazon.com in Korea. They're valued about $12 billion. Then we have the E-Mart or Lotte Shinsegae, these huge traditional brick and mortar retailers. And then Curly, Kurly, Curly is the up and coming online only e-commerce food and beverage site. They're backed by Sequoia Capital and as well as Hill House Capital from China, and they're valued at 1.2 billion US dollars. And then at the bottom we have about 50,000 convenience stores in Korea. Korea, more than Japan, has the highest concentration of corner stores or convenience stores. And then we have the dining brands of Korea. So Mozza wants to take the best elements of these companies, and then we want to have as our core competence a warehouse on the same premise as the retail store. So our exit plan, this is our last slide. Our exit plan is to build out to 50 plus neighborhoods between now and 2016. And then with an average $5 million annual revenue per store times 50 locations, looking at $250 million per year revenue with 21% profit margins before tax. So we want to be acquired by year 6 or 7 by a private equity or competition such as Market Curly for 1 billion unicorn status. So this is Mozza, and I'm ready to take your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Anyone has questions?
Yeah. In this current pandemic, to start with, to try to get a startup in F&B is probably the question that most people ask, why? Because if we look at the real F&B industry in the last 9 months, in Hong Kong, 18 months because of protests, they've been dying. And the more outlet-based you are, the faster you die because of social distancing as well as the lack of movement in many countries. I'm sure that happens in Korea as well. So that's the first question: why start F&B in this current market condition when there are so many uncertainties? And secondly, you say you take a leave from all the guys like Curly, Wua, Uber Eats and all that, but yet those guys don't have outlets. You are starting 50 outlets in the next 7 years. Again, that's not following the trend of the guys who were sort of asset light and doing more delivery.
Okay. Answer to your question number 1 first. Now, yes, you are entirely correct in saying COVID-19 has wiped out a lot of businesses, which is by definition a huge opportunity, because prior to COVID-19, there was just too many competitors, too many players, mostly mom and pop stores. They've been wiped out. Yesterday, I went to my old workplace. I used to teach at Ewha Women's University in Seoul, which is one of the best. It is the best women's university. And because there's a huge traffic of young women in that district, there was a lot of fashionable stores in that neighborhood. But the neighborhood has been wiped out. Every one or two stores has been closed. My favorite restaurant that's been open since 1975 was closed. So it was like a war-torn area. But then I realized this is why this is the right time to start a new venture on a clean footing with new value propositions. So competition has been wiped out, and that is an opportunity. To answer your number 2 question, Market Curly, Uwa Brothers, the big boys in Korea, they're not making money. They're losing money despite having been in business for 7, 8, 9 years now. Why? Because their marginal cost is greater than their marginal revenue or marginal profit. And why? Because their warehouses are usually located outside of Seoul, and they have to collect order information once per day, and deliver the next day. Or in the case of Ua Brothers, they connect the restaurants by mobile app. So 2 things. They don't have the economies of scale yet to generate a profit, because there's a huge mismatch between customer orders and their warehousing or inventory keeping abilities in the case of Market Curly. And in the case of Ua Brothers, they really don't have any unique or differentiated products. They rely entirely, 100%, rely on existing, restaurants or network of restaurants. They cannot offer differentiated, unique, monopolized products.
Thank you, John. Thank you. I think we have to move on to the next project, and this is Bill. Are you with us? Hello?
Hi, Liza.
Hello. Yeah, welcome.
Okay. So let me share my screen first. All right, can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Sure. Okay, perfect. So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you, Liza. Thank you, Yuvicon. My name is Eka Gunawan. I am the founder and CEO of Bill. Bill is a one-stop fintech app targeting the 175 million unbanked population in Indonesia. Now, according to KPMG, Indonesia has one of the highest unbanked population in the world. 65% of Indonesians are considered as unbanked, meaning that 175 million of these people, they do not have a bank account, they do not have a credit card, and they do not have a debit card. Great. Now, meanwhile, because they're unbanked, they're heavily dependent on cash, and they're excluded from basic financial services. Now, as we understand, the economies and businesses are getting more and more digitalized, especially during this COVID. These are the people that are getting more and more excluded. Now, at the same time, Indonesia has one of the highest smartphone adopters in the world. As per this year, we are exceeding 110 million smartphone adopters, meaning that even the low-income population that is considered as unbanked, they're getting more and more reliant on their smartphone. So we see this as an opportunity to bridge the gap between unbanked through a touch of their smartphone, or of course through the Bill apps, to bring them into digitalization and financial inclusion. So these are the progress that we've made so far. Today, we are our main service today, as part of our penetration strategy to acquire as much users as we can, is actually a smartphone-based electronic money. And the reason why is that they are fully cash dependent. And we want to provide, and during this COVID especially, the urgency to go cashless has been higher than ever. That's why we've been getting a lot of endorsement from the government, and we have signed an exclusive agreement with the largest public transportation company here in Indonesia. They wanted, before COVID, they want us to transition their cash transaction with 9 million daily passengers in the capital city of Jakarta alone to go completely cashless with only bill. It's an exclusive agreement. But during this COVID, the urgency even got further. And with the encouragement of the Ministry of Transportation here in Indonesia, they want us to be the main agenda coming January 2021 when COVID situation has improved. So these are our target market. These are the unbanked population. They're basically blue collar. They're earning at about $300 US dollars per month. And their average spending are at about $10 per day. Our app is very simple. QR technology is the main our main technology today. The reason why is that today we want to keep our app simple so that adoption rate is very. We want to increase our adoption rate. So nothing much to talk about here. And this is a video that I will share with you guys. I'm not sure whether I shared with Liza, but this is a demo video of the partners that we have signed. Basically revolves around their daily transaction. Now, our business model is B2B2C. The reason our business model is B2B2C, we're targeting businesses that has high level of low income transactions. That's why we have signed an exclusive agreement with public transportation company. It's basically giving us the opportunity to be like the octopus method of payments in Hong Kong. So for everyone that want to get on board and take this mode of public transportation, which is the main way for the low income to commute, they have to download our app because our partners, the public transportation company, they want to go completely cashless. And moving on, this is the growth that we have achieved pre-COVID. Unfortunately, during COVID, our biggest partner, which is the largest, the most prominent bakery targeting the low income market, and a lot of the mom and pop shops, chain of close to 1,000 mom and pop shops that have already adopted our payment. Also the public transportation during this COVID, their business operations has been interrupted or if not completely shut down. Even today, Indonesia is still, here in Jakarta, capital city, we're still experiencing a partial lockdown. So technically, public transportation are still not allowed to operate. So keeping in mind our vision to be the one-stop fintech app, our revenue strategy in the future is to provide them with other basic financial services that previously has been inaccessible to our target users. The 175 million users, they do not have a bank account. Everything is cash heavy. So previously, when they want to do bill payment or make a remittance or even transfer money, either they don't have access, or if they need to, it will be very expensive for them. For instance, lending and credit in Indonesia for this population, which is the majority of the population, is very expensive. The reason why is that banking institutions, they have no way of recording credit history of every of these individuals. Now that's why one of our biggest source of revenue in the future, within the next 5 years, is actually marketing big data. Imagine all this data that we'll be getting from all our users, which is how much they do transaction, and what kind of transaction on a regular basis, the transfers that they make. We can roughly figure out a more accurate credit scoring that is very attractive to financial institutions, whether we want to provide lending ourselves, which is something that we look for in the next 3 years, or to partner up together with a fintech or a lending institution. This is something that is very attractive to them. And as per today, this is our team. We have our CTO on board as well. Unfortunately, this is not the most updated pitch deck. Me, myself, I have run my own startups in Southeast Asia previously. And before that, I was based in Hong Kong. I was a marketing manager for a Chinese-based loyalty app under the UP Concierge, and then also I was a head of business development in one of the startup based in Hong Kong, catering to mainland China, and then I was in a capital management firm as well. And my COO, he is actually.
Sorry, Eka. I have to stop you here.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Because we are a little bit over time. Could you please answer my question? What are you looking?
I'm sorry.
Valuation at the moment, and what is the company valuation at the moment, and how much funds you're looking for?
Okay, so right now we're seeking for $1 million to execute this contracts that we have with the public transportation company, which basically give us access to 10 million active users within the next few years. And we are looking at a valuation of $4 million US dollars. Our money will be focused on distribution that we have acquired 8,000 POS to accept our payments and to acquire users. That's it.
Okay, how many users do you have so far?
So we have close to 30,000 users within the first 5 months that we operate, and then COVID hits. Our users' growth has slowed down, but we are looking to capture the next wave when COVID is over, where everybody want to go completely cashless.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else has questions?
Yes. Well, I think there's a lot of for e-wallets in Indonesia. There's a lot of e-wallet players that are doing similar things as you do, and like particularly for the big players like Gojek, which they will with even more services and functionalities on the e-wallet. So what do you do differently from those players?
Understood. Yeah, thank you for that question. So the existing players in the market, GoPay is under Gojek, the ride-hailing app. OVO is under the ride-hailing app of Grab. They actually are targeting the upper and middle income sectors. The reason why is that unbanked population are unable to use their app because in order for people to use their e-money to adopt them, a credit card or a bank account transfer is actually required to do a top up. Meanwhile, our way is actually every vendors that we have acquired through our B2B2C model, they are also the point of transaction for us. So any bus stops and all these point of sales, the mom and pop shops as a mini market, just like how you top up your Octopus card in 7-Eleven. That's basically how we do it.
How are you different from TNG from Hong Kong?
I'm sorry, from what?
Do you know this company TNG e-wallet in Hong Kong?
Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with it. Yeah.
They basically serve the unbanked and very low end, basically all the helpers, domestic helpers from Philippines, Indonesia, Nepal, Bangladesh. This is the market that they serve, and they've expanded across. They've become a unicorn 2 years ago, raised a lot of money. They've gone across the whole Southeast Asia. I'm not sure if they're in Indonesia yet, but they are targeting exactly the same market segment you're in.
I understand.
No, I think he is more on the cross-border remittance and
So what we're doing is correct. So we're actually focusing on the Indonesian domestic market. The reason why is that we want to convert, we want to bring them on board into digital economy. So we not just remittance. Remittance will be part of our future strategy to expand. But right now, the very urgent solution is actually going cashless e-money, electronic wallet.
Okay. I believe some time for other questions in the end of our session. We have to move on to another project, which is LifeTracker. Yeah, thank you. Alexander? Hello, are you with us? Alexander, the stage is yours. You're welcome. Okay, while we are waiting, Alexander, probably the next project will be introduced by Agnes. Neufast.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you all for the time for Neufast to pitch in Digital Week. Let me share screen. Okay. So yeah, a very good afternoon to all of you. My name is Agnes Wan, co-founder and CEO of Neufast. Neufast is focusing on recruitment technology using video. So as we are all going through a COVID era since February, we are kind of quite accustomed to remote work now, and as quoted from ICMS, which is leading US ATS, applicant tracking system provider. What she said is virtual recruiting solutions are critical for the future of work, and there's a strong sense of candidate appreciation when you can show concern for their health, their schedule, or their family situation during the recruitment process for your company. And when we look at the pain points in our traditional recruitment process, 87% of the recruiters are forced to sit through the entire interview, even though they already made up their mind about that candidate, about the suitability of their candidacy for the position. 75% of the hiring manager have limited time to interview all the candidates, leading to a delay in job offers, because the best candidate might join the competitor instead of your company. For Neufast, we have launched our B2B solution, which is a web app cloud-based video interview solution with psychometric assessment for talent selection. It's a simple portal where recruiters can create all the competency-based interview questions with our 10,000 interview questions available through the big data of online job board. We scan through all the job descriptions and identify the skill set and competency required for over 200 job titles for 20 industries. And with a click, all the candidates will be notified of the interview online with a password to log in to our cloud service. By completing the online video interview, the candidate will have an equal chance to be evaluated by employers. Together with AI technology, including NLP, computer vision, and sentiment analysis, our algorithm will be able to score automatically based on apparent personality and IO psychology. Our unfair advantage is that we are a HR competency modeler. We build on 3 levels of understanding. First is the deep level of technology level, using NLP and computer vision. On the information level, we apply psychology and machine learning to the application, which is apparent personality analysis to map job with candidate. We apply interdisciplinary approach in talent assessment through psychology and machine learning, and I will not go into the details. Using CNN as a machine learning model, we'll be able to extract features such as tonality, facial expression, and the context in the video recording of videos in order to come up with a rating that is can be compared to the HR advisor rating, and to minimize the error of prediction using neural network. Our proprietary data cleansing model includes the following. First, we do data cleansing to remove irrelevant background noise and signals in the raw video recording of the candidates. Second, we do human data labeling of the video data to mark all the features required for the deep learning model to learn for the supervised learning. With the labeled data, we applied our audio-visual and lexical model to score on the required competency in order to predict potential web performance of each candidate. Our assessment is based on a psychometric model designed by a registered IO psychologist. This includes 3 levels of understanding of the human. First is the task performing, which include the leadership skills and the drive and motivation to perform. Second level is the contextual performance. This measures how the person relate to each other and to build rapport and relationships. Third is the adaptive performance, where emotional intelligence, creativity, and learning agility are also measured and scored. Since the launch of our B2B portal in March 2020, we have already acquired paying customers, including listed companies and leading recruitment agencies, achieving 65,000 revenue, contracted revenue, which is a 10 times MRR growth. We also signed exclusive partnership with LinkedIn Thailand with 1 million active users in both Thailand and Hong Kong. They recently also acquired a leading job board in Hong Kong called CP Jobs from South China Morning Post. Let me share a few examples of our user case. First is Crystal Group, which is a listed manufacturer in Hong Kong. They recently used our system to hire their MT with 200 candidates applying from all over the world, including Malaysia and the UK. And the HR in the Hong Kong head office can actually screen all the 200 candidates without meeting them face to face with our portal. The feedback from Crystal Group HR is that the system is easy to use. We have allowed them to achieve 50% reduction in time to hire and achieve 2 times ROI. The second case study that I want to share with you.
I'm sorry, Agnes. The time is up. Actually, I pass word to our jury. Do you have any questions to this project? Agnes, you didn't mention at what stage is your project and how much funds are looking for?
Oh, okay. So we are looking to raise, we are looking to raise at most 700K US from our seed round to do 3 things. First is to do localization of languages for Southeast Asia. The second element is to work on local employment and inclusion and diversity with the local government support in Southeast Asia, such as Singapore. And our target markets include Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Thailand for the next 3 years. And we use the money to hire local staff for sales and marketing, as well as to continue our development for our AI platform.
Okay. Anybody else have questions? Do you have questions? Okay.
I have a question.
Agnes.
So,
okay.
Oh, sorry. I think it's a really interesting project. I'm curious if you run a benchmark against the traditional process and you have any data or comparisons of what it looks like versus traditional, like, you know, a compare and contrast type of bar.
Okay. Thank you, Max, for the question. In fact, we are running a POC with a leading insurance company to hire insurance agencies, sales agent, and they are providing us with the historical data for the top performer who are identified as high performers in the sector. And so with the data, we will be able to benchmark against the top performers' performance in terms of sales figures.
Thanks.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. The next project is LifeTracker. Alexander.
Yeah, do you hear me? It's okay? Do you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, please share your screen.
Yeah. A second. Okay, my name is Alex. I'm responsible for marketing in LifeTracker. So what is LifeTracker? LifeTracker is a wellness pulse tracker with a holistic health scan. Who are our clients, customers? Wait a second. Yeah, okay. So people in sport and wellness industry and the users of fitness trackers, contemporary fitness trackers. And another big group is caregivers to old people and people in ages themselves and people with weak health. So this big group of people usually need diagnostic to monitor their health maybe every day, maybe once in a week, maybe once in a month, but they always have to do it two ways. They can go to visit clinic. They can get accurate but slow diagnostic, taking the entire time. And they can use conventional pulse tracker to, but it's fast, yeah, but it's not accurate, and it can track just only 2 or 3 parameters. So there is a demand on this market for accurate and fast broad diagnostic that is easy to use, that is portable, that can be in your pocket, and that is on a budget. The solution is our LifeTracker. LifeTracker is the tracker itself and the mobile app that is based on new principles of measuring health parameters for entire health checkup. It's important that it's entire health checkup, not just only one parameter. We think that we can disrupt this market of diagnostic with our unfair advantage. It is our unique patented technology of spectral analysis that we merged with the Oriental medicine health approach. And we got this 60-second scan that is very fast, 90% of accuracy, 36 parameters to measure 6 body systems. And you can get the entire picture of your health right now. You can think about us like Shazam for human health. We can find diseases, patterns, and warn users on early stages and with our forecast features. And as example, #1 cause of death for older adults are heart diseases. And we can find the symptoms, recognize the symptoms in advance for days or even weeks to prevent critical health condition. So where we are now? We made the MVP. We got good feedback. Now we're doing the basics LifeTracker mobile app. We get traction, 200 units sold. And for our 2 years, for next 2 years, we plan to do advanced applications for narrow groups of people, like just for yoga, for diet, or elder monitor, and develop the whole LifeTracker ecosystem to connect all these things together. Market expansion For next year and for 2022, we plan to do the sensor less. It should be a ring, or it can be a radar box. Our unit economy is on the screen, so $150 annual revenue per user, but I think that we can grow this number in 1 or 2 years, just spreading and developing the LifeTracker ecosystem. We are only 4 founders. 2 of them are medical researchers in Ayurvedic and Oriental medicine. One is software and hardware developer, and I'm marketing and design. We are looking for pre-seed investment for $250,000 and we plan to spend more of this money for engineering and marketing. That was my 3-minute speech. Okay, ask questions.
Thank you, Alexander. Do we have any questions?
Can you speak a little bit more in terms of the maturity of your hardware development and how you're able to measure these 36 various parameters? Are you leveraging existing off-the-shelf technology, or what makes your hardware and software solution so unique?
Actually, this our technology that is spectrum analysis. We have our researchers that for 30 years were researching just go deeper into this topic. And the difference from contemporary trackers is that usually you can find the HRV, the technology that is used in contemporary trackers that can give you only 2 or 3 parameters, and then can measure only narrow part of the entire system of your health. So in all these trackers that you can find on the market right now, bands, the watches, or the Apple Watch, the only one system is used right now. It's HRV. It's heart ratio variability, and our system has quite another approach. That is actually it's the first system on the market with this approach. We have only one competitor that has something familiar, but it's still in development. So we're tracking each other who is doing what. But there is no such alternative on the market right now that can give you 36 parameters from your heartbeat.
Great, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Do you have any data that can verify that consistency of these parameters? Having a lot of parameters is good, but do you have enough data to be able to compare yours and the HRV system to see the consistency or the superiority of your tracking and reading?
It's a good question. Sure, we are trying to work every day on developing software to keep the consistency on a very high level, and part of investment that we are needed right now is for raising the level of consistency every time with every measuring, because you have to go to big data, you have to go on another side, you have to go to medical researchers to test the classical way of diagnosis and the results you can get from classical medicine and comparing to the Western medicine. So we have to do it on both sides every time. So we need money actually to do these tests, a lot of tests. But now the consistency is very high anyway in the tests that we had already done.
And what's the valuation for the 250K?
More it's for developing the system itself, because we have technology that is applied right now to the tracker, but the expansion of technology and the implementation it in different devices is it's very interesting for us, and it can generate a lot of money in future. So that's why we need part of this money put in these tests for other devices and developing the software, and another part is in marketing to gain the money right now. I mean, just to continue selling.
I mean the 250K that you're trying to raise for what percentage of the company?
Well, that's a question for discussion.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. We go to the next one. It's Godspeed, Tristan.
Hello. Hello. Can you guys hear me? I'm going to share my screen. Yes. Hello, everybody. Can you see the screen? So basically, Godspeed, we are a game developer in Hong Kong. We are located in Cyberport, Hong Kong. So we are a game developer. What we are exactly doing is we are raising money to complete a project. It's a game. It's a multi-platform racing game. We are going to make the next best racing simulation game. It's going to be for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation multi-platform. And then this is some awards that our company made that we got like for the last couple of years. And then this is our team. Like we are a team of motorsport insider. We actually, our team, we were the engineers and racing driver. We work in real life motorsport for over 15 years and some longer, 20 years. So we decided it's actually a little bit hard for normal people to get into the sport, but there are a lot of interest, a lot of young people, they want to become racing drivers. So we know that racing game, they have a huge market. There's a big business opportunities. And then there are a lot of like games like Gran Turismo, like Mozza, they were very successful. That's why we decided if we do this kind of project, it will be very good for it's actually our expertise. And then I'm the CEO. I was a racing driver before, and then I also work in engineering. And this is my partner. We have a commercial director in China, and then who was also the first Formula driver in China. The first female Formula driver in China, and we also have some consultants who actually who are very familiar with the car engineering, and then they have they were the people doing all the engineering and invisible work to actually get let the driver win the world title. So this is our team. So we see that basically. Right now, because of COVID-19, we know that games already did very well. Esport, they did very well in the world, and then the revenue is increasing. And we know that even with like COVID-19, this year the revenue is even more. The business is more blooming for games. So that's why. And we are actually we see that a lot of gamers in the world. So we are targeting them all. And then we see a lot of like successful racing titles, and then racing game. If you look at all the games, car games will always have a very good market, and then that's why we are using our expertise to making the next best car game. So basically, our forecast is we are looking for 3 million US to actually complete this project, and then we are aiming to sell. Basically, this is a realistic goal. We already did a lot of work for the games, and then we need about 3 million financing to complete the project. And then by third year, we are forecasting we will sell over 1.4 million copies worldwide. And then actually we are a little bit more can be a little bit more optimistic. So this is like a summary for our games. We are more realistic than Gran Turismo and Forza. This is already a fact that basically 99% of the people who played our alpha version, they already know we are better. We are more realistic than those console titles. And then we are compatible with real life telemetry. So when they play the game, they're not just playing the game, they are playing a very realistic racing simulation that can they can learn driving, and then they can even go on the racetrack if they are very good at this game. And then we will have a lot of unique contents that is not available in other racing titles. So basically, some of the contents will be same, but we will have a lot of unique and exclusive contents in our games. And then our game, we can connect over 40 players. They can race each other together. And then we are actually trying for more. So, and then after we complete this game, we are looking to IPO and then making sequels, and then basically become a major developer in the digital entertainment industry. And then I'll show you some of my track records. And we did we actually did the first successful simulation to reality training program in Hong Kong. It was sponsored by Shell. We had a 16-year-old kid who has never been driven a real car, and we trained them through an early version of our game. And then we put him in a Formula car, and then he was able to get his racing license in one day. So, and then also we had a lot of teams to go outside for e-racing, and then we basically had the best result in our region. And also we did a lot of using our early versions. We already have a lot of sponsor, and then we are already using a not done version. We are already getting some revenue from some shopping malls, and then we are doing some event, and we are already working from some big corporations. And this is my email. So if you are interested in our game or want to invest in our game, so you can contact me, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Tristan. Do you have any questions?
When will you be cash flow positive?
Actually, right now we are cash flow. Right now we are cash flow positive right now, because we are looking to, because of COVID-19, we kind of like minimize the development process. So basically, in second year, if we actually jumpstart and then speed up the development, in second year we are going to be releasing the game. So we actually have an optimistic that in the first year of releasing, that second year of the investment, we will have 1 billion user worldwide. So that will be, we will definitely become cash positive in the second year.
What's your current valuation? Are you looking for $3 million bucks?
Right now we are looking, valuation is about like, it's about 10 million US. So basically we are financing for 3 million. So about like 30% of the company, but that is up to negotiations.
What's your marketing plan?
Marketing plan, basically, we are going to first launch game on Steam, and then we already have very good connections with all the federations and all the federations, all the promoters of the real life motorsport. So basically, we are going to have sign an endorsement with, like for example, like China Touring Car Championship, like World Touring Car Series, and then a lot of like authentic motorsport series, and then we are going to using them as an official game of some of the series. And then also for marketing, we are going to actually promote them with some car channels first. Yes.
Thank you, Tristan. Steven, do you have any other questions?
No, I'm good. Yeah, very exciting stuff.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
The next project we are going to see is Teleport.Games. Maria.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. My name is Maria. I'm the CEO of the Teleport.Games. And now I want to talk about the problem of training in company. Every company needs to train employees, and big corporations spend millions of dollars on in-house training system, but smaller companies do not have such funds. Our solution is a platform for digital simulation of business processes. We imagine the working process as a series of tasks, and users solve this task, and so they learn. They solve it by their computers or smartphones. Our advantage is that we use a digital designer. So we don't need to code to make these models. just tune it in Designer. So we make the process faster and cheaper than other companies do with programming. Here you can see the example, how to train the public procurement.
Not see your screen.
Hang on. Yeah, we can't see anything, Maria. Sorry. You haven't shared your screen. We cannot see your presentation. Could you please share your screen? Thank you.
Now, do you see it?
Not yet.
Так.
You need some training.
Now, do you see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Can you make it full screen, please? Thank you.
It's on, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So now you can see the example, how it look like. That just an example about public procurement. So the theme can be another, and the interface, the content can be another. We can change it in our designer. And so we can give a task for the users. We can use some virtual parameters such as points or virtual money, and we can use virtual issues, and we can ask a question for users. We can send messages and use QR codes, GPS, and some sensors in smartphones. So we can combine offline and online training using the sensors in smartphones, and we can use gamification, it raises the loyalty of employees, especially it's attractive for young employees. And our know-hows are improved by pattern search. Now we've got MVP, and we used MVP at the Far Eastern Federal University and for company Megaphone. And now we are looking for customers to make a pilot project. We think that it will be interesting for small and middle business because big companies often have their own system of training, and small and bigger, small and middle business often have such big money, and we can make it cheaper than other companies. So we can make the system of training with digitalization and gamification. We're looking for a company who want to do it with us. That's our support. And so we will be glad to discuss with people who are interested in such a system. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. We have to move to next projects because we have just not much time. I invite Shabrish here. Shabrish, hello. With his project Health Sensei. Yeah.
Yes, Lisa, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Please confirm if you can share, see my screen.
Yes.
Yes.
Could you please expand it a little bit?
Is it fine now?
Yeah, it's okay.
Hi, we are Health Sensei. Did you know in India, one ICU doctor has to manage 60 ICU beds, while it is possible for one doctor to manage only 10 ICU beds. And it gets worse. In semi-urban and rural areas, as doctors are concentrated at large hospitals in urban cities. This means patients admitted at small and medium hospitals are at a risk of high mortality rates. There are not enough doctors to treat patients. This was what was existing. And then came COVID. India registered 6.9 million cases with 100,000 deaths as of 1st October, second only to the United States of America. 382 doctors have died and more than 2,100 have been infected. We are Health Sensei. We provide real-time critical health data monitoring to safeguard clinicians and nurses from unnecessary exposure to virus. Through our single application, doctors and nurses can monitor patients at multiple settings. This includes hospital ICUs, isolation wards, and quarantine homes. We can monitor more than 7 vital parameters. Intelligent alarms enable early intervention and thereby improving outcomes. We are creating a connected health ecosystem for a highly automated digital hospital. In India, there are 70,000 hospitals, out of which 40,000 are small and medium hospitals with 1.4 million beds and are operating with no full-time ICU doctor. The hospital industry is growing rapidly at 22% CAGR. In the next 5 years, we need additional 2.5 million beds just to reach WHO standards. Our competition is Philips and GE and few startups who are expensive at $1,500 per bed per year and offer a piecewise solution. Health Sensei is a plug-and-play solution and can be deployed in 1 week for most hospitals at an affordable cost of $150 per bed per year. Early this year, we received a $5,000 AWS grant and launched in March. We were recently recognized by Indian government as a COVID innovation and awarded $30,000 to scale our solution. We're also part of a COVID innovation-focused 500 startups Kobe Accelerator in Japan. In 6 months, we have 4 paying hospital customers. We have 190 beds live, and more than 1,000 COVID patients have been monitored through our application. Hospitals with Health Sensei have less than 1% mortality against a 2% national average. We have a dream team. Samir is our serial entrepreneur with 2 successful exits in the healthcare industry. He runs a hospital group with over 1,200 beds. Dr. Saravana is an emergency intensivist. He runs a 200-bedded hospital, and I manage product and technology as the CTO. We're looking to raise $500,000 to scale our solution to 100 hospitals by the end of 2021. Our early customers have shown great love towards our product. We believe in making the right partnerships and are happy to have a conversation with you. Thank you.
Shabrish, thank you so much. Is our jury has any questions? No questions. Okay, we have, thank you very much, Shabrish. We move to the next one and the last for today. This is first digital, and we have Vincent here. Vincent, you're welcome there on the stage. Hi.
Hi. Just share my screen here. Great. Can everybody see the screen?
Yes.
Great. And, just do the slideshow. There we go. So thank you very much for having me present today, everyone. It's great to be here. I am Vincent Chalk. I am the CEO of First Digital Trust. We are a registered public trust company licensed under TCSP for AML purposes out of Hong Kong. We are a traditional, oh, sorry, this thing is just. So we are a traditional trust company spin-off of Legacy Trust, which mainly focuses on retirement pension plans. And the spin-off is directly in relation to custody and trust services for the digital asset and blockchain industry. So sorry, let me just go back here. I'm going to skip some of the pages because I know that we're pressed for time. We are considered a qualified custodian, and what do we actually custody? So we custody traditional assets, real estate, equities, stocks, bonds, derivatives, art, and weirdest thing that somebody asked me to custody was racehorses. So we can pretty much custody anything with value. And now with First Digital Trust, we are moving more into the blockchain space, providing custody services for your digital asset companies in the OTC space, as well as exchanges, people that are dealing with digitalization of traditional assets. Again, we were founded, Legacy Trust was founded in 1992, and we recently spun off to First Digital only on the digital asset side, which is consisting of existing about 250 million that we are moving over. So yes, we are a startup, but we do have extensive experience from the management team is also the same as Legacy Trust. And the reason for the spin-off is because a traditional business like Legacy deals a lot with retirement pension plans, a lot of regulations, whereby digital asset is still very unknown. There's a lot of regulators and governments are still trying to really figure out how to operate and deal and manage this space. So I'm just gonna skip this because I know we're pressed for time. I'm gonna just let you know who we are, which I've done, what we do. Again, who are our clients? There's a lot of traditional banks that are looking to getting into the digital asset space. However, their regulations, the regulators really makes it very difficult for them to jump and adopt the digital asset space. We work with companies that are traditional big real estate companies that are looking at, the word is tokenizing real estate, whereby shares of the real estate is digitalized and people can hold that through the blockchain. And as a licensed TCSP company, we are compliant for money laundering, for KYC, as well as that we are already FATCA compliant. We deal with a lot of things, CRS, Common Reporting Standards. And a lot of the clients that we have, of course, it's global. What we say is that the blockchain is a borderless industry, but it's controlled by borders. So there's a lot of things that we try to address in First Digital for our clients, which is mainly global. First of all, a lot of our clients needs help with structuring because of just the vast amount of clients that they're trying to service around the world. So many of the pitches I heard today, dealing with e-wallets, dealing in Indonesia, we have Indian clients. Of course, the main common denominator there is regulation, is about money laundering, because a lot of times when you look at digital assets or blockchain, people relate that to cryptocurrency, which is by far way beyond just cryptocurrency. So there is a negative outlook on cryptocurrency, but in reality, that is the future for I think the globally, that's the future for not only finance, but for many other industries. So we've created certain structures that allows companies, regardless of where they are, to benefit from from using the Hong Kong law, our ecosystem here, where we can take advantage of the low tax jurisdiction that we have here. And also because of the trust laws in Hong Kong, we're a perpetual trust, meaning that the trust doesn't ever end like the US or Canada or UK. So we look at all aspects of structuring to provide the proper custody services for our clients. We also do hold not only traditional currencies, we do hold digital assets. So we have the ability to hold over 1,000 different tokens in our wallet, who we partnered up with Ledger Institutional Vault. So these are just some of the products that we have. I won't go into it, but if you guys do want to go into this in detail, you can definitely reach out to me personally. We created something called a rapid settlement network, which allows all of our custody clients to settle real time within the custody accounts. So we have an open trust API that's being built where our clients are able to tie in, do trades, give us instructions. And because of our history and experience in the pension industry, so this is just the institutional grade custody. I'll skip that. Okay. Just because of our...
Vincent, could you please sum up how much funds are looking for at what valuation?
Yeah, we're looking to raise $3 million at a valuation of 25 million, and we've already raised 800,000 so far. We had a seed investor, Nogel, which is out of Taiwan, that already gave us the 3 million. So this is a pre-series A round of another 3 million.
I see.
Before I ask my question, I'll give you a sales lead talking about racing horses. The chairman of Sino Property has 200 horses around the world. he set up a department trying to understand this whole blockchain exercise. Yeah. So we'll pick it up over there. Is your company positive cash flow wise?
Yes, we're already positive cash flowing because one of the slides really demonstrate where we earn our money is setup fees, asset under administration fees. We charge on instruction fees. We charge on any trades that we do. So it's a very much a fee-based business.
Okay, great. You send me my contact. I'll give you some ideas of how to do this.
Great. Really appreciate that.
Thank you, gentlemen. To sum up, I would like to invite our jury to sum up the pitch session. If you have some questions or comments, you're welcome. We have actually maybe a couple of minutes. No one wants to sum up. Okay, then thank you very much for your participation. We will have the record of this session today, and I will send to those who couldn't participate. And in the end, on 17th of October, we are going to have the results of the votes. So thank you so much, and hope to see you soon. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Great job. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.